Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Shore Students at Home. Today I want to share a verse with you that kind of caught my curiosity. One day as I was kind of scrolling through Instagram, I saw this verse and it was Exodus 14:14. It says, "The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." I love these kind of verses, just telling us to be still, to be silent, to let go and let God. I mean, the world is running at 100 miles an hour all the time, and because I'm a doer, I get caught up in that fast-paced life. And that's when I find myself just feeling distant and away from God. And this verse just made me think about all the different battles I'm in, whether spiritual battles against sin or taking time out of my day to just listen to God and read His Word. I need to understand that the Lord will fight for me. He truly does want what's best for me, and sometimes I just need to let go and let God take care of it. So as much as I love this verse by itself, it wasn't until I read what was going on around it and before it and after it that I thought, wow, what an awesome God we serve. I can't believe that this is what's happening at this moment. And so this is what's happening. This is what I want you guys to see. The children of Israel have been led out of Egypt by Moses, and at this point they have the Egyptian army at their back chasing them, and right in front of them they have the Red Sea. So they're stuck. They have nowhere to go. And Moses says to them in verse 13, he says, "Fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord, which He will work out for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." You see, Moses is encouraging his people with a word from God, saying to be strong and not to worry. I mean, don't worry, salvation is here. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still, is what he's talking about. I mean, I like to kind of picture it this way. You have the young, feisty men who want to stand strong and fight, and you have the older men who are kind of analyzing and thinking through the options. You have the women who are wanting to protect their children, and the children who are just plain scared out of their mind for the situation that's going on. And Moses says, hey guys, God says, fear not, stand firm, and be silent, because He's going to fight for you. I mean, I don't know about you, but I look at this and I don't even know how I would respond to that. I think I would just look and say, okay, let's see what God's going to do, because I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution to this problem, but God's going to have to do something. And so here's my favorite part. The pillar of cloud, that was the cloud by day and fire by night that led the children of Israel through the wilderness, stopped leading them and then went behind them and separated the children of Israel from the Egyptian army. I mean, that's cool in and of itself. But then Moses goes out and he parts the Red Sea, and the children of Israel are able to walk across on dry ground. And then get this, the Egyptian army is still at their back, and this is what happens. In Exodus chapter 14, verse 23 through 25, it says, "The Egyptians pursued and went in after them into the midst of the sea, all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And in the morning watch, the Lord in the pillar of fire and of cloud looked down on the Egyptian forces and threw the Egyptian forces into a panic, clogging their chariot wheels so that they drove heavily. And the Egyptians said, 'Let us flee from before Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians.'" Did you get that? I mean, did you catch what he just said? He said, God fought for Israel even to the point that the Egyptians knew it. The Egyptians saw how God was fighting for them. Then Moses held out his staff, and the Red Sea closed up, freeing the children of Israel from Egypt. God had completely and totally protected His people. He did exactly what He said He would do. So here's what I want you guys to see. There are times when we can handle things ourselves and we can do it without God's help. That can definitely happen in life. But when we do that, people will look at us and say how strong or how smart or how confident we must be. We get the glory, we get the honor from the things that we just did because we pursued and we pressed on and we did the best of our ability. But when we just let God do it through us, all the glory goes to Him. So my challenge for you guys today is just let's lean on Him. Let's hold to His word and let Him do great and amazing things through us so that He gets all the honor and the glory. Remember, Exodus 14:14 says, "The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." So let's hold on to that today. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great week.